working Ozzy's Homestead. Obviously, I'm not on the homestead, but perfect time to give you guys this update and put a new video out after several months now without a video. I'm hoping the road noise in the background is not too much and you can actually hear me. So, hoping this video turns out to be okay. So, I am on my way home from working at Red Robin tonight, today. It is obviously sunset, but I worked at Red Robin this morning, and since our last video, a lot has happened and not much has happened at the same time. So one of the newest updates is I started a second job, and so I am working 50 to 60 hours a week between my new job and Red Robin. And so that's kind of the biggest recent update is I'm working more than full-time now. And so that has been kind of a different change, but honestly a good change for our family. We've figured out a new routine that we both enjoy. I want Josh to love everything that I love, and Josh wants me to love everything that he loves. And the biggest thing with me starting a second job was just figuring out, you know, it's okay that we don't love everything that each other loves. And so I was being resentful towards him because I wanted him to get up in the morning, go take care of the animals with me outside, take care of the dogs with me, and just spend the first, hour of the day outside. And that's just not what he likes to do first thing in the morning. He's kind of a slow morning person. It is get up and start coffee. That's his kind of morning. And so with me starting a second job and having a different schedule, we just have learned that I need to get up early, go take care of the animals, go take care of the dogs, and spend my first hour up outside getting fresh air, getting sunshine, and that is a great recharge for me. That's how I recharge. I love spending time outside with my animals. Let me specify that, because the garden is still Josh's passion, and I'm not as passionate about the garden as he is, and that's totally fine. That's okay. But another thing that me working so much has allowed us to do is move forward with some projects that have been on the back burner for like the past 5 years. So there's a couple projects in the house that he has been able to work on because we finally had some extra money aside that we could say, yes, let's go ahead and do that project. So he refinished our guest bathroom, and that is fully complete. Him and his dad also moved our washer and dryer over. They cut a hole in the wall that actually they had to cut through the brick on the outside of the house to move our washer and dryer over, and they finished up the drywall on that, and he painted the whole room. So the only thing left in the utility room is actually to just finish the floor. So that's going to be another project for us to work on this year. But me working more and increasing our income has allowed us to say yes to those projects, whereas normally we would not. And so it has been very nice to be able to do that. A couple other updates. We are meeting this next week. We are going on a business retreat, just the two of us, off the farm. And we're very excited to talk about our business, about the future of our business, and what that looks like. Part of that, I sold all of my rabbits and all of the cages and equipment that I had for them. They went to a home that is excited to add meat rabbits to the homestead, and so they're starting off with 4 does, and the setup to have 4 does and a buck, so that way they can go ahead and breed. They just have to find a buck. But that was one thing that I wanted to get down to the heart of what caused me so much stress on our homestead. And as simple as rabbits are to take care of, I was constantly thinking about them, constantly stressed, wondering, okay, do I need to breed? So last fall, I got a new buck, and I bred him to 2 of my does, no kids. So I said, okay, I'll try the other 2 does. Bred him to the other 2 does, no kids. So I tried breeding again, nothing. I reached out to the breeder I got him from. I said, hey, I don't know if I have a sterile buck. I've tried him on 4 does, 2 are proven, and so he's got to be the problem. And she said, oh, no, it's okay. We'll go ahead and replace him. Well, it still was such a source of stress for me because, you know, here I had wasted months trying to get kits so that we could put rabbit in the freezer this winter, and nothing. It just didn't happen. And so it was, you know, big scheme of things, it's 10 minutes of my day that I can allot somewhere else. And right now, in this season of working so much, that's exactly what I need. I need to really focus on what's important, which is spending time with Josh and Scout when I'm at home. It's making sure I have the time and ability to take care of the animals that we have. So the sheep, the chickens, we have the goose still, and then the dogs. And then also my role has kind of changed a little bit more in our business because Josh has to be more hands-on with me not being there. And we're big believers in that everything is a sign. Josh is very much the it needs to hit him on the head but not knock him out kind of sign. It has to be very obvious for him. But for me, I really pay attention to the little things. I think that every little thing is important and plays a part. And so one of the things we said, the word for 2025 is going to be focus. Focusing in on our business, focusing in on what works, not doing what doesn't work, but just really focusing. And kind of an interesting thing is I've reached out to about 10 different events and conferences, and every single one has not booked me. And whether it was their budget was already used up, or they already had their speakers lined up, or they just decided not this year, or there was one event that decided to postpone and not have the event this year. And so, but every single one of those, and that's a huge sign for me of I just need to keep doing what I'm doing right now, which is working 2 jobs and setting my family up so that way we can prepare for the next phase in our life. And we have said this before, of course everybody wants to know where, but we would love to move to a larger property. Where? We have no clue where we're going. We've got friends all over the country who say, oh my gosh, you should definitely come check out our area. Everywhere from Iowa to Alaska to, you know, different parts of North Carolina. We have some friends in South Carolina. We've got friends everywhere that would love to have us be there and be part of their community. But the thing for us is it has to just be the perfect property. It doesn't really matter where it is. We would love to kind of stay in the growing zone of 7B, 7A. But, you know, there's certain things that we would love to have on our next place, and we would love our next place to be our forever home. And so with that, this year of me working more is to help us prepare and save for that transition. And it just means we're in a different season. We're in a different phase of life, preparing for another phase of life. But I'm very excited to kind of share that with you guys. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I did know that I needed to go ahead and post another video on here since it has been a little over 3 months now since you guys have really heard from us. And the last video was us planting cover crop, which they're looking beautiful. And we've been preparing the garden, but the garden's going to look different this year too. And so I'm excited to share that with you guys and share our plans and whatnot for the garden and how the homestead is going to change. And here's the best thing is you can change your homestead at any point in time to fit the needs of you and your family. Like, that has been the best thing of owning our property, is we can make decisions and change things and sell things or buy things whenever we feel the need to. And that has just been really awesome and freeing to have, especially with me working more and us being able to say yes to certain things and say no to certain things that we had to say yes to before. So I appreciate you watching this video, and I know that the budget videos have been very helpful to a lot of you guys in the past. So if that's something that you'd be interested in us continuing, please comment on this video. So that way, you know, I just know for certain it's something that you guys want. And I would love to share those videos with you guys, but I want to know that there's people out there that it's making a difference for. And if it's making a difference for you, or if it has made a difference for you in the past, I'd love to talk about it and share. And that's the biggest thing for us, is like, transparency has always been the foundation for our homestead and the foundation for our business. And that's just who we are as people, is transparent. And we appreciate you being here and watching this video. But I hope you're doing well. I hope the new year has treated you fine. We kind of wanted to do over the first few weeks of the new year. We're just not the best, but we move forward, because at the end of the day, did it make a huge difference on the homestead? No, not really. And thankfully, we have put ourselves in a position where things like what happened aren't a huge devastation for us. So unfortunately, the first 2 weeks of the new year, we lost our female sheep, Zadivi, and she was pregnant. And I was trying really hard not to cry on this video, but that was kind of a hard hit. I sobbed a lot over that. So anyways, I'm gonna leave you on this now, so I'm not driving and crying. But thank you so much for joining today, and I hope to see you next time.